logged in. So this is our test gentleman. So now here I will log in as admin. So I can put my name. So I log in. So now, so you are on Easylib admin. So all the library staff, right? You will have this equivalent access. Just going on the security, right? We have got ability wherein you can create by default itself individual user IDs for each person. So so if you see here, right? Basically you define different users. These are the different people user ID: Anand, Anita, Ashish, Bhakti. She is one of our clients. So there's a sample user ID that we have created for a lot of you. So you're most welcome to request for, and we'll be happy to create one for you also. That gives the complete access to the software. Then group them under the different profiles and then give the access. So that's the security part. Okay. So now this is what is the entire opaque part, what the students are searching in the libraries. Okay. Of course, the major part is the cataloging part. We'll go over that. Okay. So this is the what the students are seeing. Now let me go to the catalog module itself. Okay, so now this is the Easylib simple catalog screen. But before I go too much directly into the product, let me give some concepts. Okay, so so where we are, so this is the concept page, cataloging. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to cover today. Okay, so as I said again, the time is scarce, right? So I'll be moving fast. Just want to see what time it is now. So it's 2:09. So about 10 minutes to 15 minutes, I'll cover this PPT, then go to the product. Okay. So now let's see what is cataloging, right? All of you or many of you are from the library science background, so don't want to go too much into the details, but let me go at a little bit higher level. Sujan, can you confirm you can see the screen? Okay, great. So, this is the BIP frame. If you want to read more about the BIP frame, you are encouraged to look at the Library of Congress page, or we will also share some details here. So where it starts is that the first level is the work. It's got the original work. Suppose you come up with a book, okay, that has got title, author, subject, that's a high level. Then it's an instance, you have an item type and publisher. Then the third level is accession number, vendor price, etc. So 3 levels you are going to do. Okay, let's take an example, you will understand it better. So I come up with a book, or you write a book called Tourism Places of Karnataka. Okay, so that's the title. You have an author, let's say your name is Rajesh, and you write some abstract. It's a tourism keyword you have added. So this is all part of the work. Then instance is you get a book printed. So the book has a publisher, number of pages, binding type. You may have the entire audio book created out of that. It's got the producer, number of minutes, whether it's high definition or low definition, what is the clarity, voiceover, who has given, and all that. Instead of author, you have this. Okay, so video CD, producer, minutes, and all that. So that is the second level instance. The third one is item. So you have got the accession number for each of them, right? Purchase, price, funding, department, vendor. So then it could be the currency, bill number, price. So accession number A1, A2, A3, or B1, B2, B3. So 3 levels. So all of these are part of the accession process. Okay. So cataloging and accession process. I wanted to show this because it relates with the Easylib main screen. How do you catalog? Earlier you were just writing in the book. Okay. So you had about 10 fields. So that was a simple thing. Now a little bit more higher level you go. This is what you are seeing in the ASCR2. So you got the main entry, personal name with this single surname, the title statement and responsibility, all that you see. Okay. So this is what you can see in the Library of Congress cataloging also. A higher level, or another representation of that in the mark format. You see the 100A, 245, 10A, 250A. This is what you are describing in Mark 21 format. You see, it's becoming slightly complex and complex. Earlier, you were writing a book directly on this. Simple 1 page, 8 or 10 fields. Then you started writing on this. Then to maintain the standards, you got this thing. So to make sure that you have the data that ultimately this is what is required in the mark format, and whatever the format the librarians have it. This is one format. The other format is the Dublin Core format. So it is much little bit simpler. Title, Oh, I see. My son tells me that it's not visible, so I need to stop and then start sharing again. I'll do that. Just a minute. Um, okay, it's visible. So just
Sir, make it presentation mode, sir. Make it
okay.
presentation mode.
Yes. So let me close that one moment. Okay, so this is the Dublin Core format. Hope it is visible now. Okay, so Dublin Core format, it is much simpler, but it's got only 15 fields or so. As again, they are constantly enhancing it. So now you have the choices. Either you can do it in this format or in this format. I'll go more into that detail also. Okay, so these are the different formats. So now, what we have done in Easylib, we know that based on the interaction, we are using this catalog form earlier. And then, but to meet the standards, to make it exhaustive, you need to go with this format. So, but the jump will be too high. Expecting you to remember all these numbers will be too high. So, I'll show you how we have made it simpler. So, that is the first principle, simplicity, gradual moving to the things. And then keep the back, this numbering format, right? 100, 200, 300. We try to keep it in the background so that you don't have to remember all of those. Okay. Then the fourth thing that I want to tell is that this library standards may change. Earlier it was only the RDA or Mark 21. Then the Dublin Core came up. Now, earlier it was Mark 21, Dublin Core. Then there is a BIP frame. Now the new one is the RDA, which has got a whole set of different standards they are coming up with. So the library standards change. But at the same time, your software should not have to constantly change, right? So what we have done is we have made it parameterized so that you have the option to whichever standard you want to adapt to. Okay, so that's the thing. Then finally, the last one is to keep the total cost of ownership low. Because if you want to do the cataloging as per this perfectly, you may end up doing 1 or 2 entries per hour. But we try to make it such that you can catalog about 8 or 10 books per hour. Okay, that's the thing. Then this is all for the books, and as for the journals and resources, we have gone with the Dublin Core. I'll explain that also. Okay. Now, the rest of the PPT is related to stock verification. I'll come to that a little later. Then missing stock, source of wrong data, we'll cover that. So now let's go back to the product. Okay, so this is the cataloging module in Easylib what you are seeing here. Okay, so simple catalog module. Here you can, I can make it expanded also. Okay, so this is a big screen that I'm seeing. Starts with accession number, and you can categorize the different books under the different section. You have general books, ACST books, you have reference books and all that thing. Okay, then the most used ones out of the catalog, like title, author, subject, call number, class number, everything we have put it over here. Then each of the title has got a different copy, right? You might have this particular, okay, only one happens to be there. Now suppose you have got about, let's say, 5 copies of that book. Each of the 5 may have the different data. Some procured from one vendor, some from a different vendor, and all that on different dates, different bill dates. So all of that is related to the copy details. Okay. Then if I click on this more, a few more entries are over here. For each book, you have got the abstract here. Then you can put the remarks. Then there is something called custom 1 and custom 2. What does this mean is that for your library, if you want to come up with a unique thing, that you can map it to custom 1 and custom 2. Then here at the copy level also different custom fields are available. And recently, now we have also made one change that is related to cataloging the data for multiple branches at a time. Okay, so now when you have got, if you are a university with, let's say, 8 colleges, a simple, small one. Okay, you have medical, dental, pharmacy, physiotherapy, and all that. Then you can maintain all of them as separate libraries. But if you're one college, large college with different library branches, okay, you have one library branch in the ground floor, another one in another building, one you have it in the hostel, one you have it in a large reading room, something like that. There are different branches. Okay, you can decide what book you are keeping where. So all of that can be tracked under the home branch as well as current branch. Home branch may say main. Okay, the current branch may be the reading hall. Or in the case of hospitals, right, the medical colleges, current branch can be your main library, the main branch. But the current branch can be hospital 1, hospital 2, or something else. So that's the thing. So now going back over here, when you want to catalog any book, it's pretty simple here. You just go. So let me pick one particular, okay, ISBN. Suppose you got an ISBN. So let's say I've gone to the last one. I want to add a new book to this general. So all I have to do is I'll just make this 5. This is the new accession. And I want to type this new technology, or I'll put just the ISBN. Just put ISBN, click the get the data from Union Catalog. Look what happened. It goes, connects to the Union Catalog. Right now it connects to the Google Catalog and comes back with all the data. So you don't have to spend too much time in typing all the details or export the data, go to OCC, download the data in Mark, then import into the software. All that is possible, but this is much simpler, right? You just put ISBN, gets the data, you can upload it. And if you want to do any changes, okay, so software, effective software for testing for products. Okay, and then you have another offer. Okay, somebody wrote it, you just add it. That's it, very simple. And then you want to add, you just change the vendor, whoever you bought it from. Let's say this is the bill number, what date you bought it from, what section, when, what is the source, whether it could be the management has given, department you want to put, anything that you want to put, you just put it, the section, you'll say add. It asks, okay, how many copies you are adding. So now I say, okay, this particular book, you got about, let's say 3 copies, I'll say add, okay, simple. Accession number 85, 86 and 87 got added. Very simple, right? That's the first step. Now, anytime, now let me go to the last one. So now you see here, 87 is the last one, 3 copies you have got. Okay, now you know what? All along, a book was a simple book. Okay, this is one particular book about software testing, very happy. Then you open, now you see CD over there, right? There is a CD. And then you also see that there is a URL that they have given. If you want to know about software testing, this URL 1, URL 2, URL 3. So now what we will do, we will just go over here. Let's see, there are already you have cataloged that non-book. Okay, let's say again, if I open this over here, non-book accession register. Let's say simple. So this is the one, just for testing I'm taking. If you think that this particular audio book is related with this particular book, all you have to do is say link catalog. Okay, and then I'll put this audio book's title number and link it. Okay, and suppose this I also want to link with another one. I linked with another 100. This is another title. I linked with, let's say, title number 200. You know what is the title number? It's one of the accession numbers. Okay, if you have got 5 copies, all the 5 will have different accession number, but title number for all the 5 will be only one. Okay, so now I've added. So now I added 3 books and 1 audio book. So I'll see now. Now look at this. So this particular title, Effective Software Testing, has got 1 audio CD and then got 3 different books. Now let's do one more thing. Now the book, if you remember, it is also told that these are the different URLs, right? So let's go to one of the URL. Let me just, for the purpose of testing, Effective Software Testing I'm doing in Google. Okay, this one came up. Okay, so now let me copy this URL. Copy this URL. It's from the IBM. So you think students really benefit out of this. So what you do here, just go here, link catalog URL. And this I'm looking at the non-book. Let me close this. So let me close this also. I'm in the main accession register for this, correct? So now link catalog URL. What was the book? 85, right? 759. 485. So catalog URL. Okay. So now nothing is there. So I'll say add link. Yes, I'll put, and this is the more about testing at IBM site. So I'll add this URL. So let me go to this particular URL, right? This is what the IBM URL is. I'll say copy link. I'll go here. I'll add this. Fine. Okay, let's see what is the problem. So some special characters, I guess. So let me go here. Oh, it's going from Google AdWord to all that thing. So let's take this something simpler. Okay. I'm opening some 3-4 windows here. Okay, so let's copy this URL. This is at O'Reilly, right? So all right, I'll go here and I'll add this at O. Are you able to hear me? No. Okay, so now I added it. So this was the O'Reilly site. There is one alt text soft. Let's say this also has got beautiful information if you think. Okay, you just go here. Again, you add that here, alt text site. Again, you add it. Okay, wonderful. So now let's go here. This is the O'Reilly I added. I added alt text. I will say, what is this? IBM site, right? Let me copy this IBM thing. And I go here at IBM. Add it. I don't know, some special characters are there, we'll skip that, okay? Or probably we'll research. So now, let's take this example. So now, this is the first time I'm seeing error at Easylib. Now, you are facing this. So what you do, just click on the support. You get this entire screen. You have an issue, right? Say new ticket, not able to link book at, not able to link URL from IBM. Okay, so just put it. This is the what we are putting, right? Probably it's too bigger, I guess. So this is a very big URL, so that's why it's not adding. I don't know, but anyway, you just say this is. By the way, this is the first time I'm seeing this. Cataloging, submit ticket, and Easylib team gets a notification saying that you heard the sound also, right? That 10 sound. So the email came to me. Okay, so that's how you open a ticket. Okay, now let's go over here. IBM we couldn't enter. Let me shorten it. Maybe just simple IBM. I'll add it. Okay, now this is the IBM is added. Probably it was because of the size issue. Okay, all right, let's go here. So now what we did was, we went here, we cataloged one particular book, we put some additional details. You can also add a soft copy if you have got, you can add that. Then you can put an image also, I'll show you that. If you want, you can add it, otherwise no need also, software automatically gets it. Then what we did was that we added all these link catalog URL and all that thing. So now, let's see what the students will see. So Mr. Student comes here, he will go. If he thinks that, okay, already Mr. Who is logged in here, Sripad, right? He will go and put that. Oh, this is a effective software testing he puts in product, right? There are too many. I think this is the one thing that we have put a lot of details. So you see, it's doing and going and searching a lot of these books. Probably I should take a simpler one. Okay, anyway. So now, I will, so let's see if this comes. Okay, it's still doing the searching. Okay, good. So now, effective software testing, and whereas that book, that Indian context, we had that, no? Okay, this is the last one that we added, effective software testing for users. So all I can do is, I can just click on this test availability. You see, 3 of them we added, right? 3 books we added, and these are the accession numbers. Where are they available? Whether they are available, and if we happen to have a branches and enable that, it will also show which branch is available. Okay, so now if you want, you can filter it. Show me the only by Alfred this thing. It will filter only those show things. You know, if you see the numbers reduced here, okay. And if you want to filter only by, you can do that. By subjects, you can do published year, published, all that you can do. Okay, now 3 of them, right? So what was the book that we added? So let me take out these things, because we added somebody like Ramesh and all, right? I think the author was Ramesh. Okay, fine. Okay, this is the book. So now let me click. Then what happens? So this particular book, a student is searching now. It's going here. Student is seeing all the details here. Okay, the title, author, subject, column, what branch is available. We added as Bangalore. Now accession number and all of them you see here. So this is the new one you are seeing here. Share, tweets. This is the new thing that's coming on Easylib. So if I happen to log in already to Facebook, okay, and I can go and post this saying that, hey, I found this great book at library, want to read it. I'll say share. If I am already logged in to Facebook, it will let me share directly. Otherwise, it's asking me to log into Facebook. Let me skip that part. I can tweet to my friend. I can share by email also. I can share by any of these things. If I want to, just by, let's say, email. Where is the email, I'll see, say email. And this link, I'll say, Mr. Srujan, this is a wonderful book. I'd like to share this. I'll send it. You'll get an email. Students themselves can share a book. Okay, that directly the URL. And if the recipient already logged into Easylib, it will open directly. Otherwise, it will give him the login option for Easylib. Okay, you can share it on LinkedIn or you can print it. So that's something being still tested. Okay. Now, you remember we found that this particular book is also linked with other books, right? I click on the related. So these are 1 audio CD and 3 books. Okay, so now these are the 3 books. I just zoom it further. 253 is what a textbook of sound. That's you think that related with this. So if you see here, right, this is also multilingual. Easylib already supports the multilingual by default. You don't have to do anything else to tap in multilingual. You just have to, small Google plugin is required for the Chrome. You can add it. So that was the physical materials. And then if you click on this, it will open a different window for that particular book alone. Okay, it's now searching on that particular, see, Shabdada Bug again, a textbook of sound, all the details have come. So this particular book has got how many of them? 10 copies are there. All the details are this. Okay, again you can see, if you remember that particular book we added, it's also showing here. This is what we added and linked, right? So now let's go here. The next part is the digital material, because we saw that this book had a particular digital material here, like link. So now these are the things that I added. You just click on it, the students will be able to orally cite. Okay, or click on another one, they'll see this. Click on another one, they'll see this. So, earlier the physical library was very prominent. Now, lot of material is coming in the digital form, but at the same time, lot of the digital material is already having some relationship with your physical material. That's what we have made in Easylib. You don't have to maintain 2 different software for the one for physical, one for digital. It can be one integrated system for both physical library and digital library, and ability to link them together. And that's what we have done over here. So copy details, related physical material, and then you are interested in the mark export, simple, just go here. You can imagine this. Very most used one we calculated, there are about total 70 fields. But how often you enter the 70? Very rarely, right? So, but anyway, these are all the 70. Out of them, some 5, 6 are entered. So this is what it is. Software has already converted that, you did not enter that 546 as A, right? You entered language as a language. You entered the author as author, title as title. The software is automatically converted into this format. Okay, and again you can share and import internal. I'll show you. There is, by the way, we have a whole series of webinars that are being conducted. Next week, Monday onwards, next week we have 3 webinars. One webinar is going to be an overall demo of Easylib. Second one, we are going to conduct on how to form a union catalog using Easylib. Okay. Now, why I am telling the union catalog, right? Many of you are member of a union catalog based somewhere else. Some 1,000 libraries are member of that thing. That's wonderful. 1,000, 2,000, because millions of records you can have that. But my question is, do you know what is the next library? Right? If one of your student wants saying that, sir, I need this book, you can find what is in Delhi. He will tell you, okay, this book is in Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta. But all the students want to say, sir, is it available in the next door library? Can you answer? With Easylib, you can. Okay, so I will have a separate session for that alone. That software is already running now. And you can form the union catalog of over 8, 10, 20 libraries. You can form the union catalog of all your city. Okay, Bangalore library you can form, or your law libraries, medical libraries, or for your university, you can form. Again, the union catalog works such that even if one of the colleges is using another software, also no issues, the software has the capability to integrate everything. So that's a whole session by altogether a different one. I'll explain, that's going to be next week. So 3 sessions next week. One is on the software complete demo, one on the periodicals, and other one on the union catalog. And following week, again, there will be 3 webinars. Okay, now coming back. So we are here. Now Mr. Sripad wants to put a comment here. And he can go over here, comment section, and he can say, this is a wonderful book. I think he will add. Many times, students recommend, remember what their friends have been telling, correct? So Mr. Sripad has put a comment. So other students will be able to see that. Okay, so now coming over here, so let me close some extra windows here. So this one. I'm going to close a lot of these so that we have less interference. Simple. So this is, by the way. The Easylib software, the newer version, you can use it on regular PC, Macintosh, Linux, Unix. You can open it on your tab, iPad, or your Android devices. Anywhere you can open it. Okay. The student login is already responsive. It looks good. But when it comes to librarians login, we recommend use it on either Mac or a PC or Unix so that the screen is much larger. Okay. Now coming back over here. So what we did, we added one book, 3 copies we added. We also linked. You want to export it, you just click on it, and then you can simply export that particular one. Let me see here. Let me see here. Oh, sorry. Okay, fine. All right. So this particular book, I just click on export over here. So all these things. This is a PDF copy. You take a PDF if you want to send to somebody, you can send it. All right. Okay, so now I'm just happening to that part 3 of them we added, we will not touch that. Okay, so now I'm going to the first one, accession number first one. So there are total 15 copies of that. Which of those 15 copies? Just click on this item status, you'll see those 15 copies. Now you decide, you think that, oh my God, there's 50671, or let's go to the last one. This one, it is not exactly copy of this particular book, but written by somebody else. You don't want this 15 copies to be there. Instead, it should be only 14 copies, but this one is different one. So what you can do over here, again, go to the cataloging. Okay, so this is the one, accession number 1, 15 copies, right? The one that in question was this particular one. Okay, again, part of that 15 copies, you want to move it out. What you do is you will just make it as a separate accession number. Are you sure you want to make this accession number as a separate title number? Yes, I'll say yes. Okay. Now look what happens. It's now separate. So what was that? Now if I do an inquiry again, this shows only 1 copy. Now let's go to that number 1. 15 copies, they became 14 now. Right? So that's how you can separate that book out. Now, okay, so now you are in 1. So you want that after 5 or 10 years, you got some extra copies of this book. Wonderful, right? So now you want to add some more copies. What is the last one? 787, right? Okay, let me go. See any random one. Okay, this particular one itself, you got 2 more copies. I'll say add 2 more copies. How many? Get last one. So this is the last one. I just make it 8, 1 extra. Say okay. How many copies? I'll add 2 copies. Say okay. 88, 89 got added. Now look what happens. Earlier it was 15 copies. I removed one of them, so it became 14. So now I added 2 more copies, it became 16. You can all see this. Okay, very easy to operate. One of the things that anytime you have recommendation, you can just go and put it over here. So we will not guarantee that everything will be done right away, but we will assure that it will not be forgotten. Okay, and it will get done. Okay, some of them, it may be very specific to you, it may get lower priority. Some of it may be asked by everybody else, then it may be higher priority. Okay, so now you can clear the screen or delete this. You can see mark view, you want to withdraw. I'll go into the stock verification after do. We'll cover that as a part of the stock verification. Or there is a lock record also. You know, there may be some special books. You don't want anybody to modify any of that. Okay, any other staff should not have access to modify the category of the book, the bill number, nothing. So you can just lock it. You know, it's like you have 1 lakh books, some 10 are special books. The 10 book records you can just simply lock so that nobody can modify it. Now let's go to a few of the things over here. So this was title, author, volume, language, keyword, soft copy we covered. A few more things over here. What is that? Currency, rate, price. So if you happen to get in dollars, no issues. You can set up this. I'll go over this sort department and all that. You can again, you know, just going over itself. You can just see simply these are the different sources you have set where you are getting the funds from. Different departments are there. You can add as many departments as you want. Okay, and you can choose one of them. And the borrow category, hard book, what you know, whether to deliver or give it or not, anything, any category you can put. The beauty is that you have total 16 copies here. 4 of them you can put in one category, another 4 in different category, another 5 in different category. Okay. Edition, it's over here, it's also going to go up over there. So that's a long-standing change. Order number, order date, custom 3 that we covered, the branch we covered. So yeah, so roughly a lot of the accession part we have covered over here. Okay, now this is the main screen of accessioning part. Now let's say if you're already in Easylib using 4.4, moving from Easylib 4.4 to Easylib 6.4 is easy job because 100% of your data comes over here. Absolutely, you will not lose any data. And some data which is not there, it will be defaulted. Say, for example, this branch, right? It was not in Easylib 4.4. No issues. In this time, it will say, okay, main branch for all of them. Then you need to update it. Either you can do one by one or bulk update. I'll show you that also. Then second part, you have not been a Easylib customer earlier. Your data is somewhere else. So what we do, either you take the data in mark format and convert into Excel, or simply take the Excel dump of that, or a text file, or in the comma separated file, all of that you take, and there is an import facility. What you do or import here, catalog data import. Simple, very simple. You just go over here, you choose which file you want. Okay, say read from file. Let me choose something that's reading. It will read that particular file here. I think it's not in the correct format. So what you do is, if you want to know which format, where you ask for the format from us, or otherwise, make sure that your file has got all these details. Accession number, author, bill date, this is all in the alphabetical order we put. These all fields, no matter which software you are using, whenever you want to move to Easylib, simply get the data in this format, choose that file, map those columns, okay, because your first column may be accession number, second column may be author, third column may be title. So you just say what is the first column, what is the second column, what is the fifth column, what is the 10th column, you just add it, say import, automatically everything will be imported. Okay, now this import part itself is a good 20-minute demo. So for that purpose, what we have done is we have created a lot of small videos. Whenever you want to see any video, right, you just go to either www.easylibsoft.com, that's our website, or otherwise you go to vimeo.com/easylib. Okay, Vimeo is like equivalent of YouTube, but a lot more features. That's why I choose this Vimeo. Okay, so now this was the webinar that we conducted for periodical. It's showing over here, and other demos, you know, catalog, location setup, other reports, that all that you are seeing over here. So different videos are available. Now this one, campus ERP. So this one, member due list. How to get the member due list? Very simple. You just go to this video, click on it, it will start playing that. Okay. So let me close that. So now this is our website, right? Easylibsoft.com is what you want to bookmark. All the information related to what webinars are going to be on what date. 20th, 22nd, today is 17th, 20th we have the overall demo. 22nd you have union catalog, and I think the Wednesday, the Friday is going to be the periodical one. Okay, then you can also see there is a video section here, training, webinar that you see, or some of the videos. All the videos, how many videos are there? Some 20, 25, more than that, something like 38 videos are there, you can see. Okay, so now let me close this. So now we are able to import the data. So 10,000, 20,000, 1 lakh books, you can simply import in Easylib. And the best part is that it will also do all the mapping. If you have put that department wise and all that thing, it will do the conversion so that your data stays intact. Okay, now going back, accession register. Non-book accession register is also very simple, straightforward thing. What you would do over here, you'll simply create different non-books and keep adding those different non-books. Okay, these are all sample data, all the different things that we kept on putting. So a lot of these things, this is what is that? Malegalalli Madhumagalu. This is one book by Kuempu, right? All that. Just like regular book catalog, you do the non-book catalog. Now let's go to the report part. Simple report. If somebody walks into the library, he's just interested in what books are in the library. He doesn't know what to search also, right? Many times, somebody comes, first year student, looks left, right. So what we have done is that in the OPAC, we have given a facility. This is the OPAC, Mr. Sripad has logged in. He just simply clicks on A here. He'll see the whole list of the things, whatever your library in terms of the physical books. Okay, if you want to know software testing, he will click on it. All the testing related copies are there. Multiple copies are there, fine, it will come multiple ones. Okay, so all these are there. So now let's say he is interested only in certain types. Okay, don't show me only the, just simply show me the audio CDs. Okay, nothing, something should be there. Okay, this is the overall thing. So now if he is interested in only certain things, so let me test by department. Unshare and share. Okay, so I think looks like somebody has shared it. So my screen is not visible. Let me unshare it and unshare again. Okay, hold on. Oh, good to see we have 104 people. So nice. Let me unshare and I'll just have a little bit water if you could excuse me. Thank you. I see Mr. Ravi Shivanaikar, sir. Hello. Okay. Mallika Narayan, thank you. Okay, let me resume. Okay. Good. Okay. So fine. So now the student has walked into the library. He doesn't know what to check. He'll simply, okay, give me testing books, all this. Okay, I am interested in certain testing books. Okay, 630 are there. I want to filter it. Give me only by certain publishers. Okay, let's check our department. Okay, department, I'll put construction department. Let's see here. Going and doing a lot of search in that, it's a huge amount. Okay, these are all the software testing in construction. It's all fictitious, imaginary data, right? You will see all that. Okay, so now 54 books are there. Now he is happy. Or you are yourself doing this check. You need to export this. What you can either do a show hide columns. You want to see, you can see this thing, or you want to export. Simply export. You will get the complete export over here. Oh, I think I closed Excel. So let me, anyway, it's opening now again. Okay. So 5-6 fields, accession number, title, author, department, whatever. Simple. Okay. I'll just expand it. These are the books. You want to send the report to somebody? Simply do the search and then send this Excel. Simple. Okay. Or otherwise, you can use that share feature in the OPAC search. Okay. This is the catalog search that we saw. Now, as a librarian, you may need more searches, right? So for that, what we have done is that expanded a lot here. So I click on this menu button, catalog menu. I saw, let it come. Customized report we saw. Now linking books also we saw, right? That is the linking books. Now another one, year-wise books. Simple thing actually. So per year how many you bought it. Considering that we are all using that April to March, so this may or may not be beneficial, but just a feel-good factor. If you want to take this, export it, put it in a report saying that okay, biomedical engineering, these are the books that we have got. Come and read it. You can tell that okay, look, we have been investing lakhs of rupees on the library for your department. You should come and read it. You can send that report to the head of the department of engineering so that, sir, this is what we have bought it at the library each year. Please ask your students to come. Because for the students, right, it's academic year, like, financial year, April to March, that's one way. But for them, 2014, 15, that makes more sense. So you can send it like this. Okay. Then, sorry. The next one was catalog links that we saw, right? So there's all these different links that we added. Let me go back here. So this is new thing coming up. Compare union catalog. So probably I should open it in the Google Chrome because I found that it's not so great in this one. So let me explore. This is a new thing. I just showing it because we are trying to make write some new program. This is under the test. Because it can go, you just put the ISBN number or the title number, it will go and check the data in the union catalog, tell you how well your data is. I will cover in the how to find the errors in the software. So that maybe after this, the demo will, the tail end will go there. Okay, catalog compare. Now, before I go to the stock verification, let me go to the reports part. So customized report, most used one. Okay, why you see this ring, right? Why it is doing? It is using a new one called denormalization. So that way you have those who are familiar with the technology, you see that, okay, all this is stored in the tables, right? So this is now merging all the tables, coming up with a one denormalized large table. So it will take a minute or two, but first time, only once or twice in a day you need to do. Otherwise, you don't have to do this at all. So let me go back here. Oh, what's happening? Okay, fine. So now I just want, okay, now data refreshed. Okay, perfect. So now this is a lot more exhaustive one. So you see this? As a student may not want all this, but you as a librarian would want. One thing, okay, give me the books that are purchased in the last 3 years. Some random data I have put. In the last 3 years, these many books you have got. How many? 8,541. Out of that, I am interested only for a certain department. Okay, I will choose some 3-4 departments. I'll choose. Fine. Okay. Now, out of that, you want something more. Let's say I am interested only the ones from Learning Material Center. Okay. Again, you go here, publisher. What are that learning material, right? I go here. I'll choose this learning. Learning material publisher. Where is that? Mr. Learning Material Center. Learning Material Center. No? Okay, fine. I go here. Oh, there are 2 errors here. If you see here, one publisher Learning Material Center, other one is Learning Material Center. CENTR, CENTRE. Now these are showing 2 different ones. How to merge? I'll show that later. Okay. Now let's say center part. Okay. So submit. Now only these books are there. Good. So now these 16 books you got for this department from this publisher from this date range. You want to take this report? If you are interested in taking the group-wise report by, let's say, show me by subject. Okay, all of them are software testing, I think. So that's why, no, techniques and procedures. So that's fine. So that's why not much variety. If you are interested by vendor, you can take it. They all happen to be from this vendor because I put too much condition. Fine. Okay. If you remove that condition, you will probably see that. I'll show you that. Now, if you want to print it, again, Excel, choose only whatever you want. Okay. Then if you want the department to the first one, put that here. If you want sorting by accession number, you can put that, or sorting by department you want, you can put that and export. Now export is there. I just go here, click that export. Big report of whatever I wanted is over here. Okay, department, accession number, title, this one, this one, this one. Very simple report. Okay, all the conditions that you have put are here. So because based on the discussion in the different libraries, we understand you need to provide report to NAC, NBA, based on who you work with, maybe to MCI, dental council, or your own management, or your head of the department. Just don't know where all you need. And everybody may want all different reports. So at that time, we have made it as simple as possible so that you choose what you want. If you don't want some information, just leave it. You can take that away. Okay. Then let me take out this, both of these conditions I'll take out. Now this is all in this date range. Okay. So now let me do the search again in this date range. I'm just interested in this by subject wise, what all we procured. So you just say group wise report. Group wise, what I did? I did only that date range I have given, right? Let me click this department wise. Now it is generating the department. In English, you have got these books. What is the second one? Master of Computer Science, you got some more books. This is the department books. And title number, title, author, edition. You got the year of publication, publisher, and how many copies you got. That's many times this report is what everybody, I know a lot of people want it. So you can take from here. You can take by publisher. If you want to see, okay, how much purchase you did by different vendors, no issues. Just go here. You just put that condition. You got these many from SK, these many from somebody else. You can take that. Okay. Too many of them. So let's see, vendor. Okay. So, this is a big one. So let me close that. Okay. So anyway, you can get it by subject to, right? Some of the medical colleges had, if you have pediatric cardiology, so you want to put it in the cardiology also, you want to put it in the pediatrics also. So that's why there are two subjects here. Okay. Item type wise, you can get vendor wise, all these different things. Simply want an HTML report, just, how many? 8,500, right? So let me filter it back further. So that way it will load faster by department, right? Okay, from 103, I'll say HTML. Of course, even 8,000 also no issues. Oh, let me check. I don't know what is the issue. So what did I do wrong? I closed that window. Sorry. Okay, so now customize report books. So where were we? Again, it's doing the refresh. We saw how to generate this report using different searches, how to take HTML, group-wise report, refresh data we saw, hide and show columns. We saw how to print. You can print in Excel also. There is one more, list from file. What it means that some 20 books are there. You want some specific information. You just list out all those books here. Okay, temp 5, I just put, I'll say list. All of them will be listed here. That's an Excel file that expects a text file, I think. Let me see if I have a text file, I'll put that also. Okay, let me R this one. Okay, let's see whether it will pick up. Okay, so I think a different format it is expecting. So you just take that, it expects a text file, not the Excel file. Okay, take that, load it, and then all those books are loaded here. Then if you want to take a group-wise report, take simply. Okay, similar reports are available only on catalog if you want. Okay, none of the purchase information like vendor and all that. Only this catalog information you can get this report. For the books you saw, non-books you can get distinct catalog report. Okay, so only the distinct titles you have got, across all the department X or all the subjects and all that you can get. Okay, while it refreshes, let me open another window here. So the advantage of this newer version is that, right, you can open as many windows as you can. But disadvantage is that you suddenly feel that there are so many windows also. It's up to you. Okay. Again, you can take the report on this. Title statistics. So if you want to just give me the books in the entire library by, let's say, category, this is what you have got. You want to see by department, this is what you have got. If you want to show, okay, show me only by, let's say, the accession entry date, you can take that. Show me only books, non-books you can do. Okay. Or if you want to see by vendor, source, publisher, anything that you want, try to make your job easier. Okay. So I'm doing some search by vendor it's doing, I think. Okay. And I click that. So now, where were we? We got title statistics, library item statistics, another report, distinct titles, another report. We'll just go and get all the distinct titles in the format. So wherever you see, right, this thing, it means that it's that language setting is not done for the PDF. So that's why it's giving that error. No, it's simple title number, title, author, how many copies you got. Saw that. Okay. So you can also get by new title arrivals, price range wise books, which are the most expensive books in the library. Okay. Multiple options you have. Either you can go to the other report, give the range of the price, or otherwise you come here and then say that, okay, this one you want to put it somewhere. I just put that 1,000 or 10,000, whatever. 1,000 rupees to 90,000 I put. Okay. So next is cataloging. Reports visa. Then new title, all vendors and bill numbers. If you want to see, I'll open in a new window. Vendor wise, I'll open in the window. Accession register, another report. Title accession range. I have opened in all different windows. Okay. If you want to see by this vendor, by this bill number, you can get that list. Okay. Something like that. So depends on the test data you have got. This one we saw, bill number we saw. There's the same report. Then we got title statistics accession range. I think if you want to put a range from and to, if you want, you can get that. That was by date, right? Even if you want by range, you can get that. Then printing the barcodes. Very easy in Easylib. You just go here, go to the barcode and ID cards. We have already done the pre-configuration. If you have got an A4 size barcode printer, you just choose this and say your library you put. You want to print the barcode for this, and you want to put a call number. You want 1 copy each, or if you want to put 2 also, you can put generate barcodes. Barcodes. Just print it, paste it. We also have a relationship with one of the company that supplies these labels, which are pre-cut. You just peel it off and then paste it to the books. And of course, the other one is that Zebra printer. This is the thermal printer. The life of that is much better, but it's a little bit more complicated. But otherwise, you can get the A4 size. Many libraries, what they do is they take it on A4 size, they paste it, then they put a sellotape. You can do that. Or otherwise, this is the kind of labels that you get. Okay, Zebra printer, you can use that also. Okay, so that's there was something else is coming up, spine label. So that's another thing that we are providing. ID cards, so that I'll not cover today, but you can also print ID cards using Easylib. Now going back over here, so how much time we have? It's at 3 o'clock now. So I still need to cover the stock verification. So reports we covered. Okay, barcode we covered. Okay, now catalog data import we covered. So merge titles and stock verification. I'll go to that now. Okay, this one location map we are working on. How can we simulate your physical library in the software, so that somebody who walks into your library, if he wants to see the library picture, he has 2-3 options. One, he is logged in. Mr. Sripad is logged in here. You will go down here. All the pictures you can put. You can click on this. The big picture of your library can come on the screen. Right now, that's not there. You can see that. That is one option. The entire library map. Another one, we are saying, can we make it interactive? Okay, so that part of the development is going on. So that's why you see a whole bunch of things related to how many floors you got, how many racks you got, locations you got, racks you got, what subjects are in which rank, and all that. So that is the data is being built up, and probably Easylib 6.4 is running now. 6.5 or 6, you will have the map feature. And next feature is that the 3D view. So that I'm not committing when it will come, but our goal is that to attract more students to the library, right? As soon as they come here, why many students play the computer games? Because why? That it's very interactive. So we want to see whether we can give that feeling, computers, the feeling of playing a game. So the student should come over here, look left, right. Okay, I want this book, this book, this book. Click on that, it should resolve. Okay, that's a little dream picture. Now we saw that. Okay, let's go back. So more or less we covered this. There are other reports also under the reports section. Okay, if you want by category, by vendor, if you want the simple ready-made report, you can get. source wise, statistical report on item title. Sorry, this one was by different how many audio, video, project reports you have got. This title statistic we already saw. If you want by publisher title statistic, you saw. If you want, you can get this date range. So we had earlier these different reports. Then we came with that one master report of the title statistics, but still the old ones are there. Okay. Due report, these are all related to circulation. I'll skip that. Okay. All right. So basic data entry we covered the reports part. Now let's go back to the PPT and see what else we need to cover. So this was my agenda today. Stock verification concepts and screens. Let's go to that. Okay, let's first, what is stock verification, right? Simple, you got 10,000 books. In a perfect library, all the 10,000 are traceable. 10,000 books are there. Out of that, you got about 500 books issued to people in a regular circulation, another 250 on overnight or special circulation or whatever. So 750 are gone out, and you should have the remaining, if it happens to be 10,000 books, right? 750 are gone, so 9,250 you should see. Okay, that is the perfect library. So how do you make sure that 9,250 are there? Or simply, let's say 9,000 books. Okay, 1,000 are issued out. So 9,000 books should be there. You have two options. One is cycle count. Other one is the stock verification. Cycle count is a totally new concept. I see that the many libraries don't use it. Okay, but that's a very valid concept that's used in a lot of factories. Okay, you have a factory, you got about, let's say, 10 lakh parts are there. Closing the entire factory to verify what is there, that's almost ruled out. So what they do is, they verify that stock verification goes on throughout the year. This week, they verify only one stock. Okay, and this is my book range you are seeing. I verify only first row or maybe one rack. Next week, I verify one more rack. Next week, I verify one more rack. That way, you do the cycle count throughout the year. Then you keep on getting verification or doing the verification of what is available, not available. That's one. The other one, most of the libraries do regular full stock verification. I should call it as a full stock verification instead of simply stock verification, because here what you do the entire stock verification. How do? You go to each, if you happen to have, let's say, you don't have barcode or you don't have RFID, you go there, note down each of the books accession number, come back to your PC, and then you import the data in Easylib. So that is one method. Second method, if you have got RFID, you take this RFID reader. Okay, let's say this is the RFID reader. You go and scan this like this, and it will go and get all the books here. And then you come and import into Easylib. That's the second method. In between barcode things, so you have both wired barcode scanner or the wireless one. You just go open a book, scan, you do. Okay, again you come and import. Or otherwise, get the book in Easylib screen, you import one by one. Okay, or otherwise, simple different methods you do. So this is a regular stock verification. The flow is like this. First, what you do, you define when you are going to do the stock verification, one date range. So as of July 31st, what is the stock? So you stock verification starts on, let's say, July 16. 16 till 31st you are doing. Then you decide among, let's say, 5 or 6 staff, right? You define, okay, you are going to do this section, I will do this section, you are going to do this section. So you demand among different people. So among all 6 of you, you cover the entire library. So, it may take about 5 or 6 days or whatever. Then on the last day, you do the import circulation. So all your books that are issued out, right, they'll be imported. Then you click one button called generate missing stock. The software gives you what all is missing. Then you take the action related to missing stock, what you are going to do. Okay, that is the whole process. We'll cover that. Okay. So maybe before I go to the screen, I'll cover this PPT fully. Okay, fine. The next what you do, now let's say you had 10,000 books. You found that only doing everything, 9,900 are traceable, 100 are missing. So what do? you have three options. One is you withdraw all those 100 books. Very process, because those not show in the opaque search anymore. Okay, so no chances of students say that come and ask that book, and then you say that, oh, it's not available. So your accession register as well as opaque is very clean. But you know what is the issue with that? You also need to be ready to procure immediately, because otherwise you may have issues with you are expected to keep 10,000 books in the library. Now only 9,900 are there. You better management has to spend that much money to get the 100 books. So that is one thing that you need to make sure before you withdraw the books, or at least definitely you want to discuss with your principal and then take that decision. That's the first method. Second one, you want to do more research. Okay, 100 books, you don't know where they are, but they are not in the library. Or maybe they are probably somewhere in this drawer or somewhere else you have kept, or with one particular professor who got that book, but you have not made an entry. So you want more time. So one of the things is that you create a special user ID and issue all those books. Saying that, okay, that user ID may be something like misplaced books. You issue that all those 100 books to Mr. Misplaced. Then you go and do more research on how do we get that book back. But the issue with that, it's not a clear picture, because those 100 books are not in your library, but your stock is saying that all the books are there. So you got to make a call on what you want to do. The third one is you put all those in a different category altogether. Okay, you don't issue the books, but they are in the different category. Like, misplaced books. We saw that, right? In the accession register, there was borrow books, issue books, reference books, SCST books, different one, right? Not in the section, but in the category. For each book, you can say misplaced books. That's the third one. Again, that's not a clear picture. But the choice is yours, how you want to do. Definitely, stock verification gives a clear picture of what's inside and what's not in the library. Okay, that's the concept. Now let's go to the screens. So, Easylib provides the same exact procedure what I explained related to stock verification. You first go over here onto this stock verification reference dates maintenance. Okay, so now we want to do the stock verification for today. Okay, 17th July, this is the reference date. Start date, we are going to start today. We are going to end on this 31st. Okay, for 2020 summer. Okay, or let's say July month you are doing. Now I add this. Okay, after I add that, I need to divide this work among different people. So 17th July, stock verification number 1, I'll say today, and we are going to start at, have to what format it wants, something like, we'll have to make it easier, I guess. Okay, who is going to, you have all this stuff in your library. Okay, Mr. Admin is going to do today. Fine. Okay, he is going to do till 17 p.m. Okay, by admin. Okay, then 2. Okay, then Mr. Allam Prabhu is going to do by Allam Prabhu, my own. Okay, so like this. So now if I want, I can refresh and then see that. So now 2 stock verifications are different. Admin, Allam Prabhu, if you have 5-6 staff, you add that. So now you have divided the work among different. Okay, what you can do here is that you tell that, okay, he is going to do, Allam Prabhu is going to do only the reference books. Mr. Admin is going to do only the books. Somebody else is going to do only the book bank books, something like that. Then what you do is stock entry. Whichever method you use, you are going to do the stock entry for that. Let's say 17 July, right? Today, stock verification number 1, Mr. 1. Okay. So I'll say if I have found one book, first book, stock verified, and then stock verified, and then let's say 1, 3, 4, I stock verified, all that I do. I keep on verifying the stock one by one. Or I can say, okay, I have verified 00000 to 0000200. That's not likely many times, because what happens is that when you keep the books, you are arranging by class number, right? Not by exact accession number. But this works good, if you have got something like 1,000 books you ordered, you have done the entire verification of the library, but these 1,000 books are yet to be placed in a rack. But you just have accessioned them, okay? Because they are all the new arrivals. At that time, you go and say that, okay, these books, I have got it, say okay. 101 is already verified, fine, I say okay. 100 is verified. Now it is loading that, all of them is loaded now. Okay, So these all books are now stock verified. You can also do the import from the file. You go put that. This morning I was testing it out. So I had all these books, right? Let's see here. temp5. That's temp5 is like an Excel file. Or put in a notepad all your books. So what you do is you just go here, temp5, right? Just simply put the accession numbers. Okay, temp5, how many books are there? 284 rows are there. Okay, I'm just seeing at the bottom. Now I just go here, say temp5, I'll say choose. Now look at this, it's now loading the data. 100 earlier, 101 were there. So now these are already verified. Okay, fine. So now total 380. Okay, so how much I verified? In this particular file, there were 284. I had already verified 101. Then some duplicates were there. So total 3-4 duplicates, so total 380. So now this is what you have verified. So now Mr. Allam Prabhu does, he will also do the same thing over here. Okay. Sorry. At a time, you do only one stock verification. Mr. 1 did it, stock verification 2 happened. So all of them you have done. So finally, what you do an import from circulation. Okay, import from circulation. Are you sure? Then the last day you do the entire import. Okay, the entire data is imported. It's maybe a few thousand, so just kept on adding the different data. We will leave it as is. Let it load it. Okay, so now it's still doing that. It's a pretty heavy process, right? So it's doing the entire. This is our test data. By the way, we tested Easylib with about 9 lakh records. Okay, and loading about 60,000 students. So now for our testing purpose, we got a few, something like 70,000-80,000 books. So it's heavy circulation. Oh my God. All right. It's really locked that database during that thing. So let me see. That's the reason why it's giving this login. So, on a lighter note, I should tell you, many times the large demos are not connected with the real data, but it doesn't give a good feeling. You know, that's the reason why I said, okay, we'll do it with the real data. But sometime we may end up this. I know I clicked that entire circulation. Some 2,000 are getting imported now. Okay, already. Yeah, it's going on. So. All right, so let's see if I can log in here. So it's doing that entire big processing. I should not have clicked that import from circulation. So basically the process is that it is now importing from the circulation all the books. The next step is that you will be able to generate missing stock. When you click a missing stock, right, it will go and tell, oh, okay, fine, all that is now imported, I think. Sorry, I click that. I'll not go there again here. So I'll go here. Stock verification. So we did the stock entry so far. Now I'll go to missing stock generation. So I can just go to today's date. Now all the stock is all verified. I do a load missing stock. This is a little again cumbersome process because it's going to go and find out you have 80,000 books. Out of that, how many are already stock verified? How many are already marked as withdrawn? How many are issued to somebody? It is now trying to load the entire missing stock here. Finally, you will get a clear report of how many missing stocks are there in your library. So let me go here. Already something is already missing stock which is generated. Let's go and find out. So Chandan, if you can tell me which date already has the data, I can open that. Oh. I should not have clicked that. All right, let me close that. Still loading. So different stock verification dates are there. So you can load the missing stock for that particular one. Okay. Now let me go only to the reporting part. Customize reporting, stock entry. Now, if I want to show the missing stock, I can just say X number, author, category, show missing stock, or sorry, the entry, book bank, how many books are there. So now 37 books are listed here. Okay, these are under the different stock verification dates. I can also choose the stock verification number and test it out. Then you need to compare whether all your books are there or not. It can clearly tell you, saying that for this particular stock verification date, these books are found and these books are not found. Uh, 2020-0608. Okay. Okay, only 4 books are found. So these many in the book bank are found as of the stock verification done on 8th June. Now, if you are supposed to have 5 books, only 4 are found, you need to find out why the one is missing. Okay, this is one report because you need to tell, okay, how many are available, this is what it tells. If you want to get the same report on the missing, you can go here. Again, this is the missing stock. It again does that denormalization. That's why it is loading. Okay, let it load for a minute. I'll close that other one, generation of the missing stock. So during the testing, we did not verify all 80,000, right? So there are a lot more missing stock. So that's why it is taking time to load that. Okay, but in your real life, this missing stock will be much faster because you have done verification of the lot of books already. So where is that missing stock? So let it come. Then what you do is withdraw the books. Whichever you don't want, you can withdraw this. This is all what you have withdrawn. Okay, want to see simply how many books you have withdrawn, item types, can just choose. Simply these are the things that you have withdrawn. I think we withdrew and then they deleted also. That is the reason why this is showing as a null. Okay, I'll choose all those things. Okay, not much data. Okay, so all the books that you have already withdrawn will be listed here. Then if you want to get the report, okay, how many you withdrew by each year, that you can do. By item type, by financial year, okay, what you have done for each year, you can choose that. This is a pretty intensive process, but I think one good thing is that you can create a reference date, play around with your system. Okay, that way you become familiar. Then once you are sure that you want to do a real stock verification, you set a date, do the complete stock verification once. Okay, so there is no harm. Like, you know, I created 8th July, 8th June, then I created for 17th July, no harm. You can do it multiple times. So withdrawn and last item. So this is the other thing. So this one, what it gives, let me see. What all is found so far. There is another report. For this date range, what is found. Okay. So there could be definitely improvements in the stock verification module. We are definitely open. So if you have any idea, you can just open a ticket. But otherwise, most librarians find it useful. Okay. Now, what is the time now? It's 3:20. We have another 10 minutes. If you're okay, we can extend it for some time. So we covered the stock verification part, one of the most complex ones. The next is wrong data. What is wrong data? I know I saw a few places where the data entry is done, the librarian use, but the OPAC is not open. I asked the librarian, why don't you open? So sometimes they may fear that, okay, there are some spelling mistakes. Okay, but now my study of visiting various libraries shows that it's much better to open the OPAC for the students' use. Okay, and because having 100% correct data, right, it is a misnomer. It will never happen because you have 80,000 books, 80,000 titles are there. You have written by some 40,000 authors, spread out among some 20 departments, among vendors, some 300 bill numbers. You know, huge amount of data, 5 lakh records are there, or maybe 20 lakhs fields. It's possible that there could be errors. So what you want to do is you want to make a call when to open it for students' view. My recommendation is that open it up. Okay. So, but now let's say why the wrong data comes into the place. One is a spelling mistake. Suppose cardiology, psychology, PSY, right? Instead of that, he could enter SY, right? It doesn't happen quite often, but possibility. Spelling mistake. Something second is important fields. You know, earlier in the original the accession register, right? You had the book of only 8 fields. But if you have forgotten something, very difficult to enter at a later point of time. So omitting important fields is another source of wrong data. Mismatches. Prentice Hall of India we saw. Somewhere else it could be entered as only PHI. Okay, it could be Tata McGraw-Hill. Somewhere else Tata McGraw-Hill India Private Limited. Somewhere else it may say only TMH. Right? Same publisher, you have put it in some 10 formats. Again, that could be another reason for the mismatch. Okay, date format error. That's one of the simple things, but happens most often because Microsoft Excel comes with MMDDYY as the standard one because that's how it's used in US. But in India, we put the date as DDMMYY. Okay, so that's one source of error. Another one is that you got 5 copies. So ideally, when you're in Easylib, it helps you, okay, how many copies you are getting. But sometimes what happens is that you may end up entering 5 books, even though they are copies of the same title, like 5 titles. So that's another source of error. So these are the different sources of errors of the data. Now I will tell you that's seen in most of the libraries. If you have come across some errors in your library data entry, you don't have to think that you are alone. There are other libraries which have got lots of errors. This is a part of the operations. Okay. The only thing that can be done is improvise data entry and reduce the mistakes. How do we do that? Let's go to that. Okay. How do we do that? We have tried to make some job simpler. One job, what we have done, as you see here, right? You first, while entering self, do the job right the first time. You put the ISBN, click this ISBN button, it will get the data, and then as per that you can do. If you want to do, you can add it more, okay? Because they are not sending the keyword. If you want to add your keywords, you add it. They are not giving the subject. The way you have got it, you choose it. But at least for the title author, you can rely on that ISBN thing. That is one method. Second is, what do you do if you have already have that, one book as, we had that one book which is not part of that title, added to that title, you want to separate it out. For that, we saw MSTM. If you want to add that book to another book, again, you can go and add more copies you can do. So that is how we have made the life easier. There is one other important thing that we have done is, here is merge titles. If you click on this merge title. So now, wireless communication systems and networks. There are total 142 books here. Accession number 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Now all of them are categorized as 1 copy each. If you think that this accession number, this one are all same, what we tell is you simply choose those things. Okay, now let's look at the numbers closely. Okay, software is telling that 142 titles with the same, it thinks that they are duplicate. You just choose 3 of them. I'm going to merge. Let's see what happens. 3 of them I'll choose, and which is the master one, I'll choose this as the master one. It's a copy. So now I'll say merge. So merge titles. What is the master one? What is the correct one? That exception of the correct one. Title number. I'll say submit. Now it's merged. Now, same report I'm taking. 142 or 143 we had, right? 142 we had, no? Now there are only 142. Because 3 I chose, 1 of them I did master, and 2 other got added to this. So now there are only 140 different ones. Now if you click, so now that one there are 9 copies, right? It became 11 copies because you merged those 2 copies in there. Okay. So now, what if you want to choose all of them, you can choose it and put everything under this 23178. I'll not do that because when I'm giving the demo again, right? We may not have this much data again, so I'll not merge it. But want to take some simpler ones. If you want to merge all the 3s into one, let's say wireless sensor network, right? Let's remember this. I'll choose all the 3 and I'll merge under the sorry. What is that? 045993 is the master accession number. I click on it. Okay, done. No, it's good. That particular title is gone now. Wireless sensor network, right? It's not here because we have already merged. So no duplicates here. So that's how you can improve the quality of the data. Data quality improvement is a tough task, and that's possible only with meticulous work. And we are trying to make it easier through this. There is one more. I'll show you the merging the publishers also. Okay. So you go over here, setup, and you see a lot of publishers here. Merge publishers, I'll see. Now all these publishers are here. Okay, let's choose 100 here. If I see some duplicates, I'll find. Let's see our Prentice Hall is not there. Okay, affiliated East West will take. Oh, there are total 5, right? This one is there, this one is there, this one is there. All of them are same. Now what you can do is this East West Press Private Limited. This is the correct one because there is a little bit mistake in this. There is a private limited. There is no dot here. There is a dot here. Okay. There could be some spelling mistake here. So that's why they got entered separately. So what you do is you choose which is the correct one. All of them you want to move into affiliated thing. Okay. AFF. So which is the correct one? Let's say this is the correct one. I'll choose this. Merge publishers. Now are you sure you want to merge? Say okay. What the software does, it goes and finds out all the books by any of these 6 publishers. Finds out all the journals. Finds out all the ebooks. Everything it will find out. Merge all of them into that affiliated East-West publishers or whatever. Okay. We have merged so many of them. So there are still 2 more of them. If I want, I can merge also. All 3 I can merge. Now, affiliated, what was that? Affiliated, right? A. Okay, the 3 of them, I'll merge this also. Merge. And now I go here, check how many affiliated are there. So now only 1 affiliated. So no more questions of this affiliated East West having 10,000 books. Somebody else, some similar one having 500 books, similar one having 35 books, another 1,000, nothing like that. All of them comes under this particular publishers. Okay, this is the way you improve the quality of the data, but it's a tough task and we are trying to make it easier for you. Okay, so the other ones, you got to fix it one by one. So yeah, there is one other thing I want to tell you, sorry. One by one, you don't have to do one by one because there is a facility to do the bulk updates. You can go here, catalog. That we have put it under the data quality management. Data quality management. If you think that certain books, all of them belong to the same department, what you can do? Okay, these all belong to one particular department. You choose one department. Say update. All of the 5 books will be departed with that same department. Updated successfully. Okay, you see here. That's it. So if you want to do the correction for the publisher, you do that same thing. Or if you want to do bulk, that is also possible. There is a update. What you do is here, you choose either the range. Let's say you got some new books. Okay. Some new books you got. So all these books you got, all of them you got it from the same vendor. You choose vendor, which from vendor you got. Choose whoever is your vendor and say update. All will get updated at a time. Well, another beauty is that you can also choose all these files. You know, all these, right? So temp 5. So that our favorite Excel, right? So all of them are getting loaded here. So something like 279, no? All of them are loaded here. I want to update all of them. So something like vendor again, just for simple purpose. Alpine Books, Ambika Book Agency, all of them will get updated. So this one we have got the bulk update facility. Okay, so I think we are already 1.5 hours. So far this is the update using the catalog module from the librarian's perspective. And now all your catalog is when it is searched by the students, right? This is the OPAC, Easylib OPAC. And all of you will get access to the Easylib OPAC because your certificates for attending this will come to your Easylib ID. And when it comes to your Easylib ID, you have already got the user ID password you will be getting. You log in over here. Okay, so let's see if I'll just pick up somebody's vendor updated successfully. I'll pick up somebody who attended previously. Let's see here. Priya, are you there? Can you give me one number?
Hello, sir. I'm there.
Yeah, tell me one number.
Just 2 minutes.
Just tell me verbally.
You can see 7
Huh.
702.
Okay, fine. You have got your user. Now I log in here. Okay, as a library, Mr. Anjaney Nayak, one of our clients. Okay, so he logged in. Can click his name. There is something called My Documents. All the certificates for the webinar that he has attended, right, will be loaded here. You can just click on it and see the certificate. Okay, now this is a real Easylib software here. So when you log in to download the certificates, right, you feel free to go and explore this entire OPAC. Okay, so we have this if you want to search on something, that software testing we created, right? Software testing handbook, software architect. You can just go and search, explore this, how the students are seeing. And the following week, we will also have one of the webinar only on the Web OPAC, because Web OPAC itself, right? If you see, there are so many things. A for all books, C for library communication groups, D for digital library subscriptions that you have got, all for e-books, E for e-book, you have got for periodicals, Q for quick, there's different ones. You can get it by, let's say, if you want to know, okay, show me by subject, all the subjects. I click on it, all the books. Just click, see this, like this, right? So L for your own publications. So explore this. All of that is possible in the OPAC. I know the search is also available by different Boolean search. I can put a software here, and I can put author as Ramesh. Okay, I can search like this. So different options are available. There's no doing, no? These are the books. Play around. So beauty of the cataloging is how well you do there. It's all visible in the OPAC. So I think I'll pause here, and good to have so many of you. Let's see how many are in the webinar now. Oh, this is wonderful. 93 people here. Very happy. So now open to the questions. So I have only covered the cataloging portion, and I'll tell you, only physical cataloging I covered. There are a lot more digital cataloging also. You can imagine, right? So there are a lot of ebooks that we have covered. How do we catalog? We have not yet covered. Okay, you have got lots of URLs we have not yet covered, because when you subscribe to, let's say, any consortium, you may get about 5,000 ebooks. Where will you catalog those? So that cataloging part will be part of the digital library. I'll log out Mr. Anjaneya's ID here. Okay, so go back to the main screen. So all the cataloging of the ebooks, right? It's all under the digital library. All your e-resource can be cataloged here. Digital subscriptions, if you see here, right? This is all in the Dublin Core format. Okay, Dublin Core format. You can digital subscriptions you manage. You index your URLs, because if it is a scholarly journal, you can get the index in ResearchGate or the Scopus, the JGate by Informatics, and all those you can get the indexing. But if you have your own organization's 10 years publications, it may not have been indexed by anybody, right? You can index in Easylib, so that in your OPAC, anybody who wants to search what are the articles related to that your publications, they can search here. So this is a whole another cataloging of digital materials is another one. I wish probably we could have given more time, but let's do it in another session. Okay. I'll conclude here. Thank you so much, and open to questions now. Priya, can you read out questions?
Hello, sir. There are some questions.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, like, how to create the ID for staff members?
Staff members. Okay. So, not exactly part of the cataloging, but I'll cover anyway. So what you do is you just go here. So you're logged into menu. By the way, this image is customizable. You can put, many of people have Ranganathan's, we just we're testing it out. You can put Ranganathan's picture, or you can put your college picture, your library picture, whatever you want to put. You want to add more users to library, security profile, go here and assign security. Sorry, not go here, staff of the library, say add new user. Suppose you want to add, let's say, Priya P. Okay, Priya P. And Priya P. Add it. Whether she is a librarian, assistant librarian, you can put it. And let's say librarian. Because this profile tells how many books he can borrow, but the security profile tells what I can log in. I'll create one password. Okay. Then let me do one thing. I'll create one for me only. I don't have an idea. I've been using always the Easylib admin ID, so I'll put one. Okay. Then this org ID and contact ID, you contact Easylib. We will tell you what to put over there, because once you put that, right, then automatically, okay, then you save it. Okay, now it is saved. So that whenever a person logs in, he will be logged in as it will show Vasu. Okay, when he clicks on support, it will automatically log into your organization. Okay, now if you don't set that right, now I did not set that. In the other window, I'll open it. Okay, Vasu MD, right? I say okay. Right. So now I am logged in. Vasu is saying, okay, that's good. I click on support. It comes to this page. If you tell, before you create, we will give you an ID password. So that you, not password, that, yeah, username and password will give you. For all your stuff, you can put that. Or if you want, you can give different ones also. Now, this is everything by the users. He can click on his name. These are all this purchase dashboard, right? This I'll cover in another one, because Easylib has got a complete dashboard management, fully customizable. So this KPI management you can see. Again, that will take about an hour of demo. I'll show you in another one. Okay, Priya, go to the next one.
So next question is like, already the data is entered in English for the title of the Kannada books.
Okay.
Will it generate the title in Kannada by default in Easylib web version?
Yes. So if you have entered the title in Kannada, when we import the data, it will be in Kannada only. I'll show you some, what was that book? One book was there, right? Some plumbing something, no? Nalli repairy maduva something was there. Let me check. Come on, why it's taking time? So it should not, let's see here. There are a few reports, okay. Yeah, here you see, right? This Kannada book, Ernest Hall Deshpande Udyoga Kendra in Kannada. So the language will be preserved as is. And this book, Beginner's Guide to Plumbing, the entry is that in Kannada itself. Nalli repairy maduva tarabati is this. Okay. Yeah, next one, Priya.
So next question is like, stock verification entries store in first notepad. Should we store it in notepad?
Correct.
That's the question, sir. Like, in entry store in first notepad.
Correct. What you can do is, you store those entries in a notepad. Let's say these are the books that you want to verify, stock verified, right? You just say, copy this, put this. Okay, so now you have in a notepad. Okay, I'll just take this. So I'll go to that Sublime text. That is a Mac thing. I'll use it. So save. I'll say save it as a temp6. Desktop. So I go to stock verification and I can import that file. So you just go here, stock entry, right? Just choose what is the date. Let me do one thing. I'll just go to the screen again. I'll not click on list. Okay, all this came. So whatever I have listed, right, everything will come over here. Oh, it is listed all those ones which are already modified also in it came. Which are already verified. In addition to that, I have verified these things. So what it has done is, those 10 that I put in the list have come. Okay, that Sublime text, this 002, 3, 4, 9, 70 and all that are there. Plus which are all verified also have shown here. Okay. And yeah, next question, Priya.
So they're asking about
The last one,
circulation.
no?
Should we
Yeah,
proceed that question or what?
What is that? What is the
It is
question?
about circulation, sir. In circulation, reports graph is available. How can we access?
Yeah, so again, it's very simple. So there are a few reports in the graph format. Two methods you have got. And if the graph is already available in Easylib, you can just do a picture. I think here I'll have to remember the graph report. I think in the accession we have the graphical reports. I'll show you. In the catalog itself, there is an accession report. Somewhere I forgot that, I think. Title statistics. I go here. And I just choose by, let's say, all the collection. And if I want chart, pie chart on copies, I can get this. Okay, so this is the pie chart of the copies. So 2-3 methods are there. One, what you can do is you can just do a screenshot of this. Okay, I copied this. Then either this is the Mac I'm using. So Apple's software is this preview. So I get this. So I save it. Okay, and I can save it as a PDF and collections. I can save it as a PDF or PNG, JPEG or any format I want. I can print it and use it. Similar reports are available in the circulation also. Okay, this is the collection PDF, right? It opened in a PDF document. Another method is that you can go here, this data, you take this, export as a Excel. Okay, so now I got an Excel. So this is the Excel that I got. How come this 000? I have to verify. Okay, so now I don't want any of this. I'll delete this. Delete this. So I can just choose this and I say draw graph. Insert graph will be there somewhere here. Srujan, can you show? I forgot. It's been a long time, so I generated the graph. It's basically, charts. Okay, charts. You can go to pie chart.
Sir, insert graph, sir. Insert chart.
Yeah, here it is. No? You just.
Yeah, insert chart you can go.
Yeah, correct. Been a little. Thank you, madam. So it's been a while. Like. Yeah. Thank you, Vishala, madam. Okay, so you can create a graph here. So you can use the x-axis, y-axis, and then fill that. Okay. Yeah. Next question, Priya.
So, like, is there any copyright problem if you link the ebook to one and all?
That's a very good question, actually. See, many times, that depends on the copyright agreement you have got. Because per se, if you put all yours in the format and make it available to everybody without login, that is an issue. Okay, because they will not be happy. But at the same time, if you have got as soon as the people log in, they get a login page and you log in, then only access the ebook, then it may be okay. But I would suggest you talk to the publisher before putting that. Okay. Many of the publishers, what they do is they give a link for that particular site itself. So in Easylib, you can go here under the ebooks, you can put that URL. Okay, under the URL ebooks, you go here. Let's say this one somewhere I put political science. Yeah, that particular URL, whatever they have given, you put it here. So if there is whatever copyright restriction is there, that publisher himself or herself will, or the publisher company itself will take care, and it will open if there is no access allowed. Okay, and many times they also restrict by IP address. So we are also coming up with that IP address restriction, the VPN. I'll announce when it is ready. But if you go through that, definitely it will allow seeing that. However, putting the actual PDF directly, like, download the copy like this, okay, this one you better check with your publisher. Yeah, go ahead, Priya. Next one.
So like after verification report, all rows or Almira location display in software.
Location display. Okay, that's a good question. So let me see if we have got that or not. So I go to start A. Oh, by the way, this is what we verified. Now I just checked whether those books were there. Okay, these books were there indeed. 72. Last one was 995 and all that. You wanted location, right? Available books location if you want. Go here. So look here, location is there. Yes, that's it. So you can choose accession title, location if you want. Yeah, you get that location here. Okay. So that way, this is one way it's a good report because you can, this software is telling that rack 52 should have these many books. When you go to rack 52, if you see a couple of extra books there, that means that probably they are not stock verified at all. So yeah, that's a good method to sync it up. Yes, Priya, next one.
So like web version software is can we use offline?
Okay, offline. So per se, the web version software requires internet. Okay, there is one thing that we have got, that is offline circulation. So when you go to circulation, right? Circulation, there is something called offline circulation. So there, sorry, offline circulation. What we do is, whenever the internet is not there, and you are hosting on our site, your internet is not there, we tell them just simply two options are there. One is either you make a note of like this here, okay. Then I can just go here, upload that file, temp6, okay, and I'll say mark all of them as written, okay, or issue, whatever I want. Why this temp6 is not coming? Probably it's expecting txt or excel, something like that. Okay, so that is one method. Other one, we are working on generating an exe file, so that will be deployed on one or two of your machines. So that looks very similar to this screen, similar to the accession screen. Okay, so you just put the accession number and okay, this is not there. Huh? So okay, I issue. All right, so fine. So this kind of message and validation will not come, but it will simply write the text file over there. That when you log in over here to the main screen, the offline circulation sync up screen, right? When you go over here, you need to, right now, as per the current design, you need to upload that particular file and say whether it's a normal issue or a overnight issue or whatever. Okay. We are also trying to do it automated, wherein as soon as you come to the screen, the file is preloaded here, and then you just have to click only one button, sync. Okay, and we can even make it automated, but I think we will hold on for some time because by mistake, if you have got the yesterday's data which is not synced up, so better go step by step. So wherein first step is going to be you are able to choose the file. Next step, we are going to automate that choosing the file. So as soon as you come to this screen, right, it will directly show you what are the ones which are waiting for syncing up. Then you click on sync button, it will sync up, issue, return, renewal, and all that. But otherwise, the OPAC itself, right, in the offline circulation, if there is no internet, it's definitely difficult. You won't need that internet unless we deploy it in your own campus where even the internet is there, some within the campus you can search it, just like older version. Okay, go ahead, Priya.
So like JJMC Davangere, they asked
Okay.
like put the web version in their server so that we can connect the net, it can be updated.
Okay, sure, Mr. Dattatreya, we'll do that. We'll sync up with you.
And one more, do we get printed report of stock verification?
Do we get, you can also read who raised the question, so that way I have a background
So
also.
like Bhanumati have asked, do
What
we
is
get printed report of stock verification?
Printed report, yes. So what you would do is, every report, right, there is an Excel format, right? So this was the report that I generated in the Excel. Okay, so you just print this Excel. Okay, so and then print it. So, and many of the reports also have the PDF actually, if not all of them. Quite a few of them that PDF, right? We opened a few of them. So, what are that collections PDF we opened? I think that's deleted or something like that. Okay, you can open the PDF and then print that PDF. Next one, Priya.
That's it, sir, for today.
Okay, so let's see who all are there. So, very good. So we still have 74 people. So definitely the floor is open. If you have more questions, feel free to either put it here or ask questions. And the another method, you can also send an email to. Okay, here it says, Preeti says, I could not download my last 2 webinar certificates. So please help. Preeti, could you write a mail to info@easylibsoft.com? Okay. Those who have not yet got certificate, please write to this email ID. By the way, registration to the webinar is one thing, but when you provide feedback, then only we are issuing the certificate, because that is the only way we know whether you have attended or not, or rather that's one of the primary ways. So we suggest you feedback. Priya, can you share the feedback link? Can you tell now itself? Is it going to be Easylib 6.7, something like that?
It's already shared, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, can you put it in the chat also? People can note it.
Yes, sir, it's already put in the chat. Someone is asking to show the how to open the certificate.
Sure, I'll show you. What is the, can you put once again? I just want to see here in the chat. Okay, so for everybody's benefit, I'll put it big bold color here. FB demo 6, that is the feedback. Okay, so I'll open in the Word document. One moment, Madam Vishal, Madam, I'll come to you. Just a minute.
Yes.
Okay, this is the link. Bit.ly FB demo 6. So that is the feedback for this. I'll just click on it. Oh, sorry, it's trying to load the whole. Okay, so this is the feedback. So you can just put your feedback here. Feel free to share good feedback, improvements required, what is good. Instead of only saying that it was a good webinar, you tell what was good in the webinar. Maybe like topics were good, the duration was good, or the examples were good. What could be improved? Feel free to tell. This is perfectly fine. So we would like to hear from you rather than imagining how it was, help. By the way, this software, what you are seeing, is also developed by us. So whenever you want to conduct any applications, any events, you can definitely sign up. You can have the sign up forms, so generate in Easylib software itself. Okay, this is called Vidyanidhi platform, separate one. You can generate the application forms. One moment. Where is that? Yeah, next one, Priya.
Vishala ma'am is online. She wanted to ask the
Yeah.
question.
Vishala madam, you had one question, right? Go ahead.
It's not a question, sir. Question, definitely, I don't have any question. It was a very wonderful presentation. And you have covered almost all the options, sir. But definitely, you need to come up with a reasonable price so that we can go for this web version.
Okay, fine. So,
That is one
by the way,
thing.
sure. Shall I
Yes,
answer that?
because we all, most of us, with the college libraries, definitely we will have difficulty in getting the funds. So that we would like to go for this web version, provided that you should come up with the reasonable price.
Okay, fine.
Other one thing is the other one.
Go ahead.
Usually, already we have installed the Easylib. we find it very difficult to get reports of more number of books. Can you hear
Those
me?
who are not speaking, can you please put on mute? One moment. Those who are not speaking, can you please put on mute? Okay. Go ahead, Vishal, madam. What are the
Yeah, sir.
questions?
Usually, while generating the reports, it takes a lot of time for 80,000 books. So definitely, you need to work on this, I feel.
Okay, let me come to that.
Yes.
Okay, so that 80,000 report was in the newer version, the older version.
Older version 4.4.
4.4.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll come to that. Okay. So the first question on the pricing part, right? So my
Yes.
suggestion to all of you is that the pricing can be looked at a per student cost basis. So that is the best way to justify the price.
Okay.
Because suppose if we charge, let's say 100 rupees per student per year, and you have got, let's say 1,000 students, 1,000 into 100 works out something like 1 lakh rupee per year. And for the benefit, because all students will get an ID to log into the software. They can search the books from home. They can search in the ebooks. They can download the ebooks if you allow them. Old question papers can be downloaded. Lots of features are available. And what we find is that 100 rupees per student per year, even for the full web version, what you are seeing in the Easylib cloud. Okay, you don't even have to maintain any server at all. And we think that that's reasonable. That is one way to convince. Second way is, if you go with, okay, suddenly, 1.5 lakh seems definitely a big number. Yeah, definitely it does look like a big number. Yeah, my suggestion is probably go with the per student thing. That is one way. Other one is that
as per the government norm, we cannot even go for more. We cannot collect more amount from the students. That is also there.
But 100 is okay, right? 100 within the whatever you collect, we feel that that's
no library fee. Library fee already it is fixed, no sir, as per the government norms.
Correct, but
so
is it like not 100 within that can be given? So because I know that some of the journals, right? Some of the journals will cost thousands of rupees, and I know people pay 20,000, 25,000 rupees to become, get something which they may or may not use it. So
yes,
here is something that may help you actually. So
we'll see, sir.
And other thing is that I'll tell you, we are a made in India software company. All the money that you give us, more or less, we have been investing in the software itself. Okay, so the money rotates within the company here. So suppose you go and buy something and outside India product. Okay, you give about 5 lakh rupees. Where is that 5 lakh going? Out of the place, right? But here, this 1 lakh or 1.5 or 2 lakh you give, it rotates among the employees. Overall, it helps in that made in India thing and creating the whole structure. So
you must be knowing, sir. You must be knowing students are ready to spend for something else, but not for these.
I know.
Yeah.
So my suggestion to everybody is that I'll take another session on that.
Yes.
Madam, thank you for the idea, because we came up, we did some consolidation of all the ideas from the different people. We have one presentation. We can schedule that one. I'll cover.
And regarding
your second question on the report, right? Sorry, madam.
Report generation, yeah. For no.
Yeah, report generation. Right? Yeah, I'll tell you. Many of you, those who are using Easylib 4.4, I should tell you that the product was optimized for Windows 2003. Okay, since then Windows 3003 is gone. Windows 7 is also outdated now. From Windows 7, it's now 2019 or 2020, something like 13 years have gone. So it's a really old application. So my suggestion to all of you, where it's possible, we'll definitely support the 4.4. But when it comes to large data, better to go upgrade to the newer version is what I can tell. But if it is possible, we'll definitely support on that old one.
Yes.
But for the large libraries, better to go with the newer version is what I can tell.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, madam. By the way, Dr. Vishala is our client based out of Mangalore for nearly 2 decades. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Others, feel free to share your ideas. I see Pradeep, Mahesh, PTKLE, Mr. Ravi Shivnakar from JNMC is there. I see. Oh, I could not see the other ones. Yeah. Lotus, Devi, Ashoka. This is all I can see. I think I don't know how to see other people. So, yeah.
Sir, I have one more question.
Oh, sure.
Sir, I have Last question, sir. As
go ahead,
that is the question I asked you. Actually, Kannada books. Already in the software we have entered the data in English. So in a new web version, by default, will it change it into Kannada? Is there any possibility?
No. It will be, if you have entered, let's say, Shabda, the Bagagin in Kannada, you say SHA.
Yeah, like that we have
entered. I don't know if it's possible. Love to get that solution, but right now it expects that you enter in Kannada. Okay, Madam, before somebody had asked the question on the how to download certificate. I'll cover that part again.
Okay.
So, okay, what you do is all of you, when you want to download, you go to demo.easylib.net. Okay, so that's first. Okay, so I will log out here and then open. Okay, fresh one, demo.easylib.net. I see login window, login. So, Priya, what was that? 72?
7270.
Somebody's ID 702. Okay, 72702, or what is that password? If I remember. So now I click on this library user. So you see this. Now go to your name. Under my documents, you will see all the webinar certificates. Okay, just click on that. You will see the certificate. Mr. Anjana is one of our clients. Thank you for sharing your ID. Okay. So now what you can do is you can simply click on this. It will download that certificate. Okay, so webinar certificate is downloaded. And just show in Finder, it is there. I just download. Yeah, PDF copy is open. So you want to print it, post it in your the cubicle wherever you want. Okay. Yeah. Next, one moment. I'll just go through some other questions. People put now. Priya, you can also read. Feedback link, FB demo 6. Please send the link for to get certificate. We covered that. If you have given the feedback, it's not necessary to give emails here. Oh, sorry. Okay, Priya's. Yeah. So my one thing, while registering the software, if you have not put the email, you can log in again. You can change your email ID also. Those of you who can write separately will tell you. This one, send me certificate. You can download all the emails, not necessary now. You can download it from there itself. Thank you for the session. Thank you, Mr. This is Neelam Narang says thank you, and Mr. Brahmanand Sharmaji says thank you, Mr. Sharmaji. Can you show me once again to open certificate? I think I covered. So maybe Priya will record one small video and then put it on our website. Okay, www.easylib.net. You can see. Okay, Anjana Naik says, please suggest to Vasu Easylib who already installed VB version, please convert to web version. Okay, thank you, Mr. Anjana. See, this is a very important suggestion because as discussed with Dr. Vishala, right, Easylib 4.4 was optimized for Windows 2003. So the way everything requires a change, right? Since then, SQL has been upgraded from SQL 2005 to SQL 17. Windows operating system has changed. Visual Basic 6.0 is no longer supported. So better to go with the newer version now. Okay. Our pricing starts, if you have to deploy at your college, the pricing will be about 1.75 lakh. But if you go with the cloud version, okay, the pricing starts as low as 60,000. Okay, first year it will be 60,000, then onwards 48,000. That is the starting price I am telling. It may be a little higher for different type of colleges, different usage and all that. Okay. So definitely within 1 lakh per college, you can get the cloud version first year. Okay, I think we covered most questions. There was one more from Anjanaya. Install VB convert to web version. Wonderful presentation. Thank you, madam. I'm just browsing through Dr. Anil Kumar, Ajay Kumar. Okay. Army Institute of Hotel Management, Dr. Jay Prakash, thank you. Okay, we'll conclude, I think. So look forward to seeing many of you in the next session. We'll be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of weekend to Saturday and then weekend. Thank you so much. Stay safe.
Yes,
Bye.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't see so many people. So I don't know how to see this. I have to become familiarized.